course, just head to the UK Sport website to find out all the details. And it's not just sport that Manchester loves, because here in Manchester, well, we celebrate everything, don't we? Including breakdancing. If you're not aware of what breaking is, or you've heard of it, but you're not quite sure what it is,
Well, hello and a very warm welcome. Wherever you are in the world today, it's a pleasure to have you with us. We're here in Manchester, of course, a historic city, red and blue when it comes to the fighting and the football. But it's the fighting on the mats here in the Manchester Regional Arena. And boy, do we have a treat for you. It's para Taekwondo all the way through. And all the way through with us tonight, I'm delighted to welcome Milica Juricic. How are you?
Thank
and are you
you,
looking
John.
forward to this?
Absolutely looking forward. I'm amazing. Can't wait to see all the finals today, getting their points to Paris 2024, and I think we'll have some really good matches tonight.
We most certainly will. And in terms of that path to Paris 2024, we have 10 big finals, back-to-back entertainment, wall-to-wall kicking and punching. Well, Milica Juricic, a double Olympic champion in her own right, mentioning that path to Paris. And in terms of ranking points, it's all about scoring points. And if you want to get those points on the board, we're going to show you a little video of how it operates in para Taekwondo, and this is how to score. So now you're an expert. I'm sure the black belt's in the post for you. And maybe in the future you'll be inspired to get involved yourself, but getting involved. It's a wonderful arena. It will play host to the Paralympic champions, of which there are plenty tonight. And Milica, this is a feeling that you know very well. We're waiting for Turkey against Israel in the first final. They'll be nervous, but they'll be excited.
Of course excited, because first when you see this kind of event you want to give your best. I love this arena. It reminds me of my Europeans and Grand Prix, but every competition is new chance, new opportunity. You want to be your best, prove that you're best, so I wish them luck.
And luck they will need.
Into the arena, our officials. And so for the first final in the K44 men's 58 kilogram category, let's hear it please for centre referee from Poland, Katarzyna Alezacek. Judge 1 from Japan, Sumi Tomono, and Judge 2 from Chile, Dania Gonzalez.
Well, Katarzyna Alezacek in charge of proceedings. Plenty of photos from fans, big moments in the big arena, and a big moment for both men coming up in this one. It is Turkey, it is Israel. This one for the under 58 kilogram title. Well, Ali Chan, Oz can, if anyone can, he can. Fight of the year contender. Can he grab a Grand Prix gold here? He goes against Asif Yusur of Israel, who trains with the Olympic team back in Israel, world champion in his own right. He defeated Ali Chan Ozcan in Sofia this year as well, so they know each other well. And we're about to get to know them as well. I like the little graphics. This is
it's amazing.
Lovely, eh?
Yeah.
Christmas come early.
It's all about the details.
Says the champ. Who's going to master the details? You get to find out. And in terms of the action, here come the fighters.
Competing in blue from Turkey, let's hear it please for Vayalar.
So here he comes, the man in blue. Will he be going back with gold at the end of this one? First time for the big TV treatment here at the Grand Prix. Delighted to get parity for para. Will Ali Chan be the man? Well, it takes two to tussle, of course. And the Israeli is just waiting in the wings.
And his opponent competing in red from Israel, Asaf Yazur.
Well, Asaf Yazur, world champion. Again, mentioned that success recently in Sofia, and he's running out. Malik say looks ready for this one.
He looks really ready. As we said, he's a world champion from 2021, and as the spectator said, it was the best final of the year, so I really expect a good fight today.
High expectations, high octane. A minor note for your diary in terms of para taekwondo is a 5-minute round. No kicks to the head, but other than that, as you've seen how to score, and that key 1-minute strategic break that both coaches and fighters can call for. Katia Aleskia from Poland bringing them to attention in terms of the tail of the tape. Well, the Israeli, the man in red, the longer and leaner. Can he turn that height difference into an advantage? They're on the KP&P system, Melitza, and for not the non-expert, for people that know taekwondo, what's the differences that we can look for in that style?
It's old style for me. Sometimes it's better because you use back leg turning kicks all the time, and it score more than the aido, so I liked it more maybe.
I'm with you on that one. And we are underway. Who can get the accuracy? The first gam jump, the little penalty point, going against the Israeli. Good footwork, nice little left leg, back leg turning kick there from the Turk. Just about finding his distance. The referee not wasting any time.
No, from the beginning she is really tough. But both of the fighters are really sharp. They're trying from the inside all the time. 4-0 for the Israeli.
Yeah, lovely start from Yazur, finding a space for that left leg on the inside. The little gam jump going against the man in blue, Ozkan. Good back leg turning kick, both men battering away.
Strong kicks from the inside. 5-2, and I think we are in for a really amazing fight.
A testament to the fitness of both men. Fourth fight of the day, and now 3-point difference. Back leg turning kick again, it's so refreshing to see.
Yeah, I love to see this. Every kick is strong, every kick go to the meat, you know. So 5-2 and 3.5 more minutes.
Fight indeed, the call from the referee. She's been hot on it from the start. The Polish centre referee there, of course, for the safety of the fighters, but also keeping it flowing as we flow into the next 30-second segment here. Good backline turning kick generates a gam jump at least. Gam jump, of course, a penalty.
And only 2-point difference now. Wow, one more back kick, 6-6. Oh, 10-6. The scores going up really fast.
Yeah, the only thing faster than the scoreboard is the feet of both men firing in. Good punch attempt. Punches don't score, but you are allowed to do them to get into the distance. There was a back kick, that would be a 3-point score. But the Turk, Ozkan, just pulling out of it there as we move towards the halfway stage.
Oh, good turning kick to the body. The both athletes have amazing fitness level. We've seen like 2 minutes of fighting all the time, scoring all the time. 12-8 now for Asaf. And one more cam jump.
One more cam jump, and you can see the little cam jump reading on the graphics on your screen. Appreciate that. There's lots to keep your eyes on in taekwondo, but most important to keep your eye on your opponent. Of course, the fighters wearing face shields as well. That was a safety modification. There is some debate as to whether they want to continue with that, but the athletes will have their say.
Yeah, it's really hard, I think, to manage a fight with that.
Yeah, to breathe, to see.
Yes.
We can certainly see how this one's enveloping. Ozcan beginning to come back into it now. 3-point game. Good movement from Yasur, just takes the distance, blocks there on the inside. And neither coach playing their rest card, let's call it.
Yeah,
just
amazing
yet.
for 3 minutes, no timeout. And one more counter from this judge. She's really tough.
She is. I'm impressed. Kadziana Aleskia of Poland. But there may be, it is just a little timeout that we called as both men walk back. You mentioned their fitness, very impressive.
Yeah, I thought that maybe first break will be after 1.5, 2 minutes, but 3 minutes straight, really good fight. And they were fighting all the time. It was no steps so much, but back kicks all over.
Certainly is back kicks all over, but it's not all over for either man. Anything and all to fight for. And if you are new to it, it's really good to have you with us. Well, we talk a lot about the inspiration of parasport and the things that athletes overcome, but when you boil it right down, it's just world-class fighters.
I absolutely agree. First time when I saw in Manchester this year, I was amazed. You know, speed, strength, everything that they have, especially now, fitness level. Now, me after 2 minutes, I need my 1 minute. I'm not complaining, but this is amazing.
Well, you're certainly a master of using that 1 minute, and the coaches and fighters will have done just that. Game plans, minor adjustments maybe for Yasur. He was off to the races as they popped the points on the board. 14-all, good start from the Turk.
Yeah, very strong kicks, both of the kicks back to the body. I didn't expect for the second one to score, but now he changed the result so fast from 14-10 to 15-14. Good tactics and good minute.
Exactly, good use of the minute, of which a minute and a half to go. A spinning kick with a step-up back kick, and all you get for your troubles is into trouble from the referee. Tough at the top in Taekwondo, and that brings it to 15-all. It's not tennis, but it might as well be. It changes to 17. Lots to love in this. And who will be the ace down the stretch for the first time? Ozcan in the lead.
One more back turning kick to the body. Like, this is a good left leg, really using it all the time. You need to be able to do 5 minutes for the same thing, and it's really good to see. Oh, nice push kick.
And a lovely little counter, anticipated Ozcan trying to grab and cover on the way through, picks up the front leg, picks up the pace again. Ali Chan Ozcan had pulled himself back into it. He's 3 points down now. Asaf Yusur, the Israeli, as we go into the last minute here. Hear the coaches pushing them forward, both men scoring at the same time.
I love how the result changes really in every second. You don't know who will win this fight. It's so unexpected. So 25-24, and we have 30 seconds more.
We certainly do. A real treat here in Manchester. Who's going to get the taste of gold at the end of this one? A 1 point game. Yasur assured he's led all the way through. Ozcan has fought himself back into the contest. And again, a 1 point game. Into the last 10 seconds we go. Who will claim the crown? That will help Asaf Yusur. A 3 point lead. Make that 4. The referee's got eyes for the Turk, Ozcan. He needs a spin. Tries with the back kick. Oh, so close. Heading towards the title despite the double kick there of Ozcan. Wonderful performance. Well, Ali Khan Ozcan fought so hard. The Turk will take silver. But Asaf Yusur, in your picture there, Milica, what a performance from the champion.
What a performance, such an intense fight. I love to see when the result is so close, and we saw that both fighters won really bad to win the gold medal.
There we have it, final number 1, men's 58 kilogram category, the K44 Para Taekwondo, and your winner from Israel, Asaf Yusur. it's time for final number 2 of the evening for the Para Taekwondo K44 Women's 47 kilogram category. Let's introduce our officials. Your centre referee from Tunisia, Duba Yakubi. Judge 1 from Great Britain, Claire Laborn. And Judge 2 from Indonesia, Sani Harsono. Your finalists, competing in blue from Mexico, Claudia Romero. And her opponent competing in red from Uzbekistan, Zayakon Isakova. Referees, you may start the contest.
Siempre repito, Claudia, siempre, ¿a dónde vas? Ahí. Tiene que venir, tiene que venir. Ahí, no me meto, Pinto. Siempre terminas tú, excelente. Calma, esa distancia tiene que venir. Ahí, no te metas, Pinto. Bien, seguimos igual. Siempre terminas tú, 30 segundos. Calma, que ella venga. Anticipas con el cat, viene Choco. Ahí. Ella viene, es con tu cat ahora. Con el cat. Bien. Siempre así. Calma. Repito. Al centro. Tírala. Bien despierta, Claudia. Oye, son 7 segundos. Larga.
She took a silver in Paris. She takes a gold here in Manchester. Claudio Romero, matched management was perfect. Truly professional performance. Credit to Isakova of Uzbekistan with the silver. One better than the bronze she took in Sofia. But in terms of getting the job done.
And of course, they are on the podium a little later on for the medal ceremony.
And it's time to welcome our officials for final number 3, the Para Taekwondo K44 men's 63 kilogram category. Your centre referee from Moldova, Maxime Gauss. Judge 1 from Great Britain, Darren Narain. And Judge 2 from France, Agberton Engelbert.
Well, Maxime Gauss, the man in the middle from Moldova. And it's going to be all over for someone at the end of this one. 5 minutes of fighting. And the fighters are ready. Manchester, a fine host. you're joining us on the BBC, thank you very much. If you're on the World Taekwondo live feed, great to have you with us as normal. Let's enjoy the very
And time
best
to
of
introduce
the
the
para.
athletes competing in blue from Italy, Antonio Basolo.
Well, Antonio Basolo trotting in there, full of confidence. A pulsating semi-final against Brazil. It was a good one, huh?
It was really
And his
good one,
opponents
so
competing in
intense,
red from
golden
Turkey,
point.
Mahmut
Wow, and I
Boztigi.
love the crowd, and Brazilian, Italian also. I love the mentality. They are loud all the time in every competition, and I love to see that.
Well, they have the passion. Will they be loud and proud in this one, or will Mahmut Boztigi silence them in this one? A bronze medalist at the Tokyo Paralympic Games. We talked about semi-finals, overcoming the 5-time world champion in the semi-finals, and that's got to be good for your confidence.
That's great for confidence, especially when it's tournament like this. It's big tournament, it's big stage, and you want maybe he was his idol and something like that, and you won that fight. That gives you a really great boost.
When you were coming up and you saw the draw sheet, and would you look far ahead? Would you look at one fight? What was your?
I go step by step. Yeah, you cannot see in the finals if you lose first fight, no matter it's a big name or no. You finish at 10 in the morning and you go back home and finish and think about the final fight. It's not possible. So just go step by step, and when you go to the final, I think it's the easiest fight.
Well, as you say, you've got the confidence. Either way, it's a success, but neither will want to settle for silver. Basolo, of course, well, he is the man in blue. Antonio, can he get himself on the board? Mahmut Boztigi, the Turk, an aggressive start as Basolo circles round. Coach liked it, the referee letting it flow. Good work from Maxime Gauss.
I think Mahmoud has a really good leg block. He's not giving Basolo just a push and to score. He's blocking him all the time, so good tactic for now.
Tactics first and timing. It's a back leg turning kick. Just puts a little, you see that little score that's coming up there? So it's like being at the fairground, hitting the hammer off trying to get the bell to ring. You need that full power to do it. So both men registering, but just not enough power yet. Back kick not far away, that's worth 3 for the extra difficulty. Basolo calm on the counter, circling round. Boztigi loves it, he's a man for the big occasion.
Yeah, I think so also. He wants to score, he wants to go inside, but both the fighters had good blocks. They managed the fights really good, so we have 1.5 minutes, but so many opportunities and still 0-0. We change it now to 2-0 for Boztigi, for Mahmoud.
Yeah, Mahmoud Boztigi pops one on the board. There was a call there for the Dvichagi from the Italian coach, which is the back kick. Did well there not to take the Gamjon for stepping out. Antonio Basolo circling. I'm loving the coach's passion here. I think you could hear that back in Milan.
Yeah, that's something we talked about before. And their team, Italian team, came here to watch the semi-final. They were cheering also the Brazilian team. It's really great to see like that teamwork, that attitude. It's not so often here, but when you see it, it's really nice.
No, it surely is. Of course, Antonio Basolo trains alongside the Olympic team back in Rome. But can he be roaming in the gloaming and get himself some shots on the board? He's 4 down, and Boztigi is so confident. The shoulders down, he stands in the middle. He's very in the dangerous distance. He doesn't care.
He looks really relaxed.
Yeah.
Like you said, in the danger distance, he just stay in place. Like I know nothing's gonna happen, and then I'll make my counter. So, really, like he seems like really experienced fighter.
Aggrediscilo e rompigli il culo a questo punto. Non sta facendo niente, tu lascia più. Devi stai facendo un calcio e te fermi, un calcio e te fermi. Una volta che parti devi essere in treno. Hai capito o no? Cioè 2 minuti di tempo, 2 minuti di tempo.
Do you understand or not? You've got 2 minutes to be strong.
Lo capisci o no? Dimmelo che sei più forte, dillo!
Do you understand? Yes or no?
Dillo!
Yes, I understand.
I love that connection.
Forza adesso, Antonino! Concentrato, c'hai 2 minuti, 2 calci!
Be strong, concentrate for 2 minutes. Either that or I'm making this up. My Italian is very bad. It could be completely the opposite, but I think that was what was said.
I believe you. I believe everything
sounded
you
good.
said. Yeah, it sounded really good.
Sounded good. But who can get the good sounds on the board? As Maxim Gauss, the man from Moldova, brings them back to the centre. Gum shields underneath those mouth guards, just in case you couldn't breathe enough.
I think this should be in Kamjun with a leg block and holding a little bit, but Mahmoud is really good at it. Or the judge didn't see, or he's doing that's really good.
It's the old one, if the referee doesn't see it, it's not against the rules. Bostek bossing it in the centre, Bossolo. Well, we heard the imploring cries of the Italian coach. Be strong, concentrate, go for it. Not far away there. That would be a 3-point score if he can get it on the board. 1.5 minutes.
Good turning kick from Mahmoud, but it didn't score also, still 4-0. And we have card now.
Yeah, I think the Italian coach playing the video review. Did the back kick land low on the leg? Well, the referee says no.
Yeah.
So Maxim Gauss just taking the coach's card and keeping the momentum is Team Turkey.
Bozzolo is trying all the time, but it's so hard when you don't score for almost 4 minutes and you're trying all the time. It's not good for your confidence, but amazing back leg turning kick from counter from Mahmoud, 6-0 now, and we have only 1 minute to go.
Well, you mentioned the confidence of Bozzolo ebbing away. Coming even stronger now is Bostek. The back leg is perfect. He's landed it now 3 in a row to put himself 8 up with 50 to go here. Looking to win that Para Grand Prix title here in Manchester, and he's in prime position.
Bozzolo had really hard semi-finals. It was a really intense fight with Brazilian guy, and I think maybe that's why he's a little bit tired. For me, he was better in semi-finals, and especially now Mahmoud is an amazing fighter, so this one is hard to beat.
Most certainly is hard to beat. Well, Mahmoud Bostek, undefeated this year, trying to get himself into the conversation for the undisputed title. That's winning all of the Grand Prix, and there's no disputing the quality. The head movement, the fakes, nice for Bozzolo to get himself on the board. A consolation that we'll enjoy as he takes to the podium with a silver medal. The Italian gave it all, but Team Turkey, Mahmoud Bostek, too cool for school.
Absolutely.
It's so calm.
Yeah, really calm for a whole fight. Like we said before, he was really relaxed in some moments. When I think in the danger moment, maybe Italian will score. You cannot see anything on his face. He was so super relaxed. Good blocks, good leg block. Judge didn't. He didn't give Gamjun like in the first fight. So for me, it was a little bit. I'll give him 1 or 2. But really, really calm guy, experienced guy, and well-deserved gold medal.
Well deserved indeed. He takes about Mahmoud Bostek bedekt in the Turkish flag, and that flag will be flying high in the podium later on for him. The champ, Antonio Bozzolo, though, gave it plenty, not far away, and you can guarantee that he will be back, and we will be back in just a couple of seconds, because the quality just keeps on coming. We've enjoyed there Italy and Turkey going at it. We're going to get to see the women's under 52 kilogram final as well, but before that, we'll let you enjoy some of the highlights. we're going to stay silent here, but we're looking at it and it's double kicks, back leg. It's lovely.
Back legs are super strong and accurate, and almost every time he scored. So I really love to see this.
Your centre referee from Azerbaijan, Judge 1 from Indonesia, Vayalar Neta. And Judge 2 from Croatia, Jelena Marots.
Well, the referees are in position, and they've not been too active so far in terms of too many gam jobs. It's good to see, letting it flow. Who can flow their way onto the scoreboard, Turkey or Mexico? Mervin Kavdar or Jessica Garcia, you get to find out. You've got the best seats in the house, and we are nothing but delighted to welcome you along to this one. And who can welcome themselves to a gold medal here in Manchester? Fighters are ready, referees likewise. DJ's loving it as well.
Yeah, I think so.
And now time to introduce our athletes competing in blue from Turkey, Meryem Kavdar.
Well, Meryem Kavdar, she's got the experience, she's got the quality.
Absolutely, world champion, silver medalist in Paralympics Tokyo. That's some great experience, really.
And her opponents competing in red from Mexico, Jessica Garcia Guiano.
Kavdar composed. Jessica Garcia, a stroll down the Manchester main street here as she steps out into this one. Bronze medal at the World Championship. She knows her way to the top of the podium. Can she get an elusive gold medal? 3 times in the Grand Prix finals together. 2-0 so far to Turkey. And it is indeed the video review cards there as our Azeri referee Abdullaeva in charge of proceedings. So testing times for both arm guards, shin guards, groin guards, head guards, of course, the chest protectors. And we've mentioned the face shields as well. Both on guard, the KP&P system working perfectly. And we are underway into the open stance. Kavdar straight away, just looking for opportunities, and the front leg hook.
They're both really aggressive, as we can see in 2-0 for Kavdar in the first 10 seconds.
And we're talking about open stance or closed stance. That's to have the opposite foot in front to leave a space. Filled that space lovely there by Kavdar. And as the taller of the two, that tactic's working well for her.
Absolutely, but going back and then from counter to attack with back leg, I love to see that, really old school style, and we can see a lot of that today.
And you know the thing I love about it, it's the timing. If you're new to Taekwondo,
Absolutely.
The footwork, the control of distance, but it's almost that like a pendulum, the movement, and just to get that timing.
Absolutely agree with you.
This is great, somebody that agrees with me, I love it. Finally. Anyway, in the final itself, Jessica Garcia has some work to do. Meryem Kavdar, aggressive.
Good back leg turning kick, but not so strong this time. But Meryem has really good steps. You can see she's going back and forward all the time. And when you have opponent like that, it's not easy to attack, to score. When you think she's close, she goes back and you miss every time. So 5-1 now for the Turkey.
It's such an interesting point you make, that the best fighters, when you're in with them, and you were one of them, they're either too close to you or too far away from you all the time.
When situation is like that, it's really hard to score, and just to catch that moment when you can attack. in the 70% you will miss it, because if you're not focused all the time, it's really hard to kick in the mid, you know. And this is I think fourth back leg turning kick from the counter and then to attack, and she's using her tactics really good.
The tactics plus the tenacity of Kavdar. Better back leg turning kick there from Jessica Garcia, trying to change the tactics of her own. Good front leg from the Mexican. She's certainly fighting hard, but hard times. 8-point difference. And Nakia, the shout from Garcia. Is she in with a shout of getting a gold? She's going to have to turn it on halfway through now, this. Do you call for your coach to get a little rest? You certainly do. And if you're inside. A nice back leg, but left a space, and Kavdar just fires it in. Plenty power.
Kavdar is looking really confident. You can see she's like, you know, a snake. She's watching her all the time, going forward, just want to attack, want to score. It's 11-3, but I think Kavdar she don't want to stop, she wants to score more, and you can see all the time push kicks, going with back legs.
Yeah, as you said, the snake-like skills. Striking when Garcia is not ready. Kick a couple of times is the call from the coach, try and change up the rhythm. But it's the power, it's the athleticism as well.
Absolutely, she's strong, she's confident, and you can see her fitness level is really good. She's attacking all the time.
Speaking of time, a minute left, they've had their break. Jessica Garcia knows she's up against it. It's very hard to counter someone when you're 8 points down. And Miriam Kavdar happy to take centre stage. And we mentioned they fought in the Grand Prix final 3 times. This is the 3rd time. And it looks as if it's going to be 3 big successes for Turkey in a row. 9-point game now.
Look at Kavdar, really confident all the time, using both of her legs, right and left, and pushing all the time. She's not giving her space for small distance. Good counter.
Yeah, she's got the counters, has Kavdar. She's got the control of distance. As we go the distance now, last 20 seconds. Go for it, the call from the coach. No questioning the bravia of Jessica Garcia. Battling forward into the last 10 seconds we go. For Mervyn Kavdar, won 2 finals in a row, and she's finishing with a flourish, dominating like a champ, standing in the centre, and she'll be standing on the top of the podium. And Milica, richly deserved.
Absolutely deserved. She was so dominant in the final. Her focus, her tactics, her strength was really good all the time. She didn't seem tired at all.
And that's something I wanted to ask you about. You've been to the top of the mountain. So there's physical tiredness and there's emotional tiredness.
Absolutely.
Can you give us some examples of what might be different, or?
It's hard sometimes when you are physically tired and you have some idea in your head what you want to do in the fight, but you're tired and you just you
body
can't
won't
do
go.
that. Yeah, the body won't go, and that's hard to sometimes to digest because you see the moment, you have the idea, you want to do it, but your legs are, you know, full. You don't have fitness in you anymore, and that's, you know, hard when you go back home and you see that your fitness level was not good enough. It's really sometimes hard to think about, but that's one of the mistakes you make, and after that you have time to improve yourself and to work even more.
And that work that we're seeing there, not just the fitness, but the finesse to finish the final and finish in style with another gold for Merm Kavdar of Turkey. Well, the kick's moving quickly, likewise the fighters, as we step up now, and it's time for the men's in the under 70 kilogram final. And this should be a cracker. Lots to look forward to. The athletes will be with you in just a couple of seconds. I'm terrible at mathematics. There's 10 final.
Yes.
This is number 5. That
Yes,
means
number 5.
We're halfway.
Absolutely.
Okay. I've passed A star for me in terms of the mathematics, but what's going to add up in terms of the points on the board? The fighters will be scrambling and ready, and here they are.
The evening in Para Taekwondo K44 men's 70 kilogram category. Your centre referee from the Republic of Korea, Hyung-on Lee. Judge 1 from Mongolia, Nabatan Naramchimi. And Judge 2 from Chinese Taipei, Huinyi Li.
Well, Hyung Lee in charge of proceedings. But the referees haven't been too busy, which is great to see. I think that's got a lot to do with the protector. I think if you've got a good protector, the referees are not as visible.
It's nice. When the judge has too much impact on the match, you can see it both ways. But when the protectors are good, it's easier for everyone to understand the rules, I think.
Well, speaking of understanding the rules, who will rule the roost here? The smiling Juan Diego Garcia. The man from Sinaloa has all the quality, ranked number 1 for a reason. Well, the Azeri, here he comes. Now he beat Juan Diego in Sofia. Can he do the same here? And Khalilov looks composed, he looks ready. The old eye of the tiger, he's looking straight down the barrel, he's ready for this one, but in terms of the quality, Juan Diego Garcia, he's won everything.
Yeah, he won everything. Currently Paralympic champ. He lost only 2 times in 4 years, and that's amazing to hear. I don't remember when I heard something like that for the last time, but Khalilov won in Sofia on Golden Point, and we'll see what will happen now. Khalilov had amazing semi-final. We saw it, guy from Turkey. He was losing like for most of the match, and in the last minute he overcome the result and find himself in the final match.
He certainly did. Khalilov overcoming the odds, getting himself into the final. Can he get past? Well, as you said, Juan Diego Garcia, Paralympic, World and Pan Am champ. Couple of wins in the Grand Prix stage as well. All set up nicely. Good show of respect from both men. The Mexican, of course, in blue. And Juan Diego leaning back, keeping his head out of the road. Good concentration from Khalilov, as both men just eye each other up. Kalilov happy. The Azeri to stand in the centre. The man from Baku will be going back with a gold medal. Good fake to intimidate, trying to draw in the opponent, but Juan Diego Garcia, nice movement from the Mexican as well. The footwork, fantastic.
Yeah, I love the footwork, but as we can see, it's big distance now in the moment, and they cannot score. Both of them have really fast front leg. Mexican is trying front leg to the body, but the movement is amazing. They go back and forth all the time, so we have 4 minutes left and still 0-0.
Fuerte, the call from the coach, be strong.
The only word I know, fuerte.
It's like davai, davai, fuerte,
Yeah.
jayo. It's all the
Yala, yala.
yalla la, exactly. We all know the call to arms, the call to fight. Adelante was the cry. Juan Diego Garcia coming forward, putting a bit of pressure on, creating the gam jump possibility. Wang Li gives it.
They both look really focused because they know each other really well, and you see 1-0, and they have some good tactics and good blocks in this moment.
The tactical battle, the quality of the men. Nice little 1-2-3 from Garcia.
Yeah, really good front leg. He tried with push kick and then finished with a front leg kick, and he scored.
Well, they surely did score. Was kind enough to give us an interview for the Olympic channel yesterday. Had a chance to catch up with him, and he's obviously very charming, very successful, but loves Taekwondo.
Really?
Absolutely loves it. Knows every story, every history, who's won what, when and how.
I love that. First time a geek. I know everything since I started competing 2008 in seniors. You know, it's nice when you hear a good story, a successful story, so I really love this, to hear something like this.
Yep, a fellow geek is the man in blue. He's got the mastery, he's got the points on the board. Kalilov in contention, a swing and a miss from the battler from Baku. Can he get himself back into this one?
Good movement from Garcia. You can see his distance management is really good. He's focused on when to attack, when to score. He's not giving his energy, you know, attacking all the time, pushing. No, he's focused on one thing that he has to do, and for now it's good.
Very good indeed. Imamadiev, Kalilov trying to come forward with a double kick of his own. Trying to fight himself back into it, but the movement, Juan Diego, the master of movement at the moment. And you know what I love about Juan Diego Garcia? The fake, it's a real one. It's not just like a let's waste some time. Every time he's causing...
Yeah, we can see Kalilov just going back in that moment. He think Juan Diego will attack, but the moment is really good.
The movement for the man of the moment, Juan Diego Garcia. Not an unassailable lead though, only 4 points. Still time. Kalilov wanted to change stance, walks in there, Garcia waiting for him.
Absolutely, he made a mistake in that moment, and Juan Diego used that to score once again.
And I was enjoying it so much, I didn't realize that they hadn't called a break yet.
Yeah, I saw 4 minutes without a break. But we didn't see so many actions, but we saw both of the fighters were really focused, and especially Juan Diego with movement all the time. It's not easy for 4 minutes just to do steps and the movement and just look at your opponent and go back and forward.
Yeah, certainly going back and forward in his mind now is Kalilov. What can he change? What can he do? Because Juan Diego, he looks calm, he looks resolute. He was given a big shout out to his family back in Sinaloa. The importance of his mum and dad to get him started in the sport, the coaching, encouragement, that whole journey. And it's something that he was saying that, and this is something you can relate to after your gold in Tokyo. His dream is to have his parents in Paris
That's amazing. I think he'll have his opportunity in mine. I wanted that in Tokyo just to be my sister and my husband there, but spectators arena was empty that moment. And it was not easy to be there, but I think in Paris it will be really great to watch all these athletes, especially with the family.
And you'll get to watch it as well, because Para Taekwondo will be on the television, live, direct, and in your homes. But who's going to take home gold in this one? Juan Diego Garcia, 6 to the good. Imamadiev, Kalilov, circling, trying to change the momentum. Last 30.
Juan Garcia looks so relaxed in this moment. You can see with his steps, with his movement, leg block, like he has not a problem just to block him all the time.
No fear, but a lovely back kick through from Kalilov.
Yes, good back kick, 6-3, but only 8 more seconds.
The time against him. The gam jump will be against the Mexican. One score on the board for Kalilov. Can he give himself a chance? Well, Juan Diego Garcia has been in the lead all the way. The last 5 seconds are now 3-point game. The man from Mexico stands in the center, flicks up to the face.
This was by accident, I think. He pushed to the body and then his leg went up. So.
Now, if you're Imamadiev Kalilov and you know that the opponent has kicked you in the face, he seems to be okay. The doctor checking on him, making sure that the gum shield's not in place. Gam jump, good refereeing from Wang Li. And the doctor, very experienced, just making sure that he's okay. And as you rightly said, a minor flick to the face.
Yeah, I think that is not so hard, but I'm not in the ring. He's feeling it, not me, but we have 3 more seconds and this is opportunity for him to score now.
Tries to do it, but walks in and waiting there. Juan Diego Garcia, Paralympic champion, Pan Am champion, world champion. And the man from Sinaloa rules the roost here in Manchester. Fantastic performance. And a silver medal. Imamadiev Kalilov from Azerbaijan. The big man from Baku, a well-earned silver medal. Juan Diego Garcia. Great success for Team Mexico, and he looks calm and composed. A real star.
Yeah, I think so. This is the first time I see him, but in the fight, he was super relaxed. He knew his tactics, and he was, you know, all the time doing his thing, you know, steps, leg block, and then when he scores, it's really good, strong kick. And we saw until the end he was leading like 6-0, but good turning kick from the Turkey. So he made it interesting in the last seconds.
He certainly did, and we get to enjoy some of the highlights down the stretch here. Juan Diego led from the beginning. A little fight back from Azerbaijan's Kalilov. The meanest of flicks to the faces there. Made of tough stuff though, the man from Azerbaijan, back on his feet, and he'll be back on the podium with silver. But Juan's the man for Mexico, and it's a gold for him. The referee's enjoying it there, just...
I can see the same thing, but it's nice. It's always good when it's nice, good atmosphere. If you're enjoying it, it's the main thing why you came here. You want to be your best, even if you're a judge. You want to show your best. Maybe do the same thing in the Olympic, Paralympic Games.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's what we need, as you say, Olympic Games, Paralympic Games. That's what the fighters are looking for.
The main event.
Exactly. The main event of the evening. Well, we've seen the main men. Silvana Mayara Cordoza from Brazil. Well, she knows her way to the final. Ranked #1 coming into this one, a broad smile as she goes into the darkness. Will she emerge with a gold? Gamza Girdle, ranked #2, striding in, straight out of the Merv Dinchel copybook there, full of confidence.
Yeah, really confident, but as we know, Silvana is currently world champ. She won Gamza in the final in the World Championship. Silvana won bronze medal in Tokyo Paralympics, but this is the third time together. Currently it's 1-1 head-to-head, and this is new opportunity to change the result.
It most certainly is, and it's a great opportunity to spend time with our expert Milica Juricic, giving us the expert analysis here. Will it be Brazil or Turkey? Well, you can probably hear what the coaches are thinking and the fans. Good. People are enjoying themselves. About time. And a healthy crowd gathering here in Manchester as well. Cardoza against Gordal. Brazil, Turkey for gold. Gordal, the shorter of the two, but holding that centre ground. Cardoza wasting no time. Nice front leg there, pops it off the protector, no power to score, but plenty of pop.
Silvana is trying attacking all the time. We can see that her right leg is dominant, pushing, doing the front leg kick, but for now it was not strong enough to score, but she's trying.
Well, try again. Gordal and Cardoza both beginning to get a little bit closer to the protector. If you are new to the sport, sensors on the socks, sensors on the protector, and sensing a good score there. I think the Brazil fans enjoyed it.
Yeah, they're really enjoying it for the whole day. I think we have a couple Brazilians in the semi-final and final, and the crowd is amazing.
And just how important is that when you've got that support? You felt that, I think, specifically in the London Olympics, you could feel that.
I felt that, but most of the audience cheered for France in the final, and especially in the quarterfinal with Mexico, because she was the Olympic champ, Maria Espinosa, in that moment. But here is amazing because you can see and hear your friends cheering for you, and now it's 4-0. I think it gave you a little confidence to know just that you're important, that people want you to win, and you just keep trying in that moment.
Well, the crowd doing their part. The Brazilian Cardoza likewise happy to change stance. Well, I mentioned those sensors on the socks. She's found plenty space for them on the protectors. No kicks to the head, of course. If you're just joining us on the BBC, you're not allowed to grab the leg either. And Gordal acknowledging that. So will those 2 points be taken off? No. There's a kick and score, and then the Gamjon.
No, but you didn't see Silvana score with the back leg, and Gordal took her leg, so the score stays the same.
That's why you're the expert, Milica. That's what we need.
But 7-0, it will be hard to get for. We have time, but for now, Silvana showed us really good tactics and really strong kicks.
The strength is there, evidenced again as Cardoza stretches out to an 8-point lead. Gamza Gordal. Well, she lost in that world final, as you mentioned. Doesn't want to lose here. Thinks about a back kick there, the Turk. But finding it hard to find her distance. Silvana Cardoza, very adept. Shuffles round nicely, gets out of the corner. Controlling the ring and controlling the clock as well. Couple of minutes. Gordal trying to come forward. Backline turn and kick, shifts in nicely but leaves the space.
I love that back kick. We can see Silvana is using the movement, the leg block, and she had the timing right in this moment just to go back and kick for 10-0.
And 10-0 may seem like a huge lead if you are new to para, and this is also new to here. It's first to 40. Now 40 might seem like a massive amount, but we've seen it so far, it can happen.
Yeah, we see it. I don't remember the last time when I see such a big result, but it's really nice to watch when you see so many actions in one fight. But it's different always in semifinals and finals. These are close fights because you know your opponent, especially when you're finalists, you have good blocks, good tactics, and I think it's not so possible to score 40 points in final.
Yeah, as you say, very familiar with each other, getting the familiar instructions of their coaches, and a welcome 1 minute respite. Final breaths, final big moments. Silvana Cardoza, she's in your picture, and she's been picture perfect so far. Gamza Gurdal needs to do something and quickly comes forward, looks for that short kick in the inside, but the push kick, there's some power behind that one.
Yeah, we can see again back leg turning kick to body for 12-0. Gamze is trying really hard now. She's doing a lot of techniques because she knows she needs to score, she needs to change something, but it's hard when your opponent is experienced like Silvana.
Experience counts, and it counts to 12 at the moment. Cardoza, a quick adjustment of the head guard there. She hasn't had to adjust her game plan. A little low kick, and you don't need me to tell you that that's going to be painful, unintentional. But you are allowed a minute to recover. But made of tough stuff is Cardoza, the Brazilian. A tough nut to crack, of course. Oh, fantastic.
Yes, good timing. Really powerful kick. Now 17-0, and I think 1 minute to go. This is some kind of finish fight because she didn't score for 4 minutes. It's really hard. Silvana is amazing. We can see her blocks, her movement. But 1-0 to go and 17-0. I think it's really hard to get the same result.
Yeah, most certainly is. As Gamza Gurdal certainly taking the silver medal, but taking some thoughts home of ways to improve, ways to change on that path to the Paralympics in Paris. But in pole position now, Silvana Cardoza. Well, as you mentioned, Melissa, they fought each other. This is the third time. It was 1-1 on the way into this. And you can see the improvements that Cardoza has made. It's going to be 2-1 for sure. Oh, we've seen a little bit of everything so far in Para Taekwondo. Explosive matches, close contests. This one has been a perfect performance. The belt adjustment there, good work from the referee. But Gurdal couldn't adjust her game plan in time, and it's all tied up in favour of Cardoza. Not just the black belts, but the big belts to the body with the back leg.
Front kick from really small distance from 19-0 and 21-0. Gurdal didn't score in this fight, and this just shows how Silvana is an amazing fighter. She won gold medal with 21 points in the final. We just talked about how 40 is impossible, but 21-0, she's a really dominant fighter.
Dominant to the end, Silvana Cardoza. We mentioned the Brazilian fans on the way into it. They'll enjoy this moment.
Yeah, she needs to enjoy the Grand Prix gold medal. This is a big thing. She has her hat, she has her flag. I think she's really happy. She has her audience just cheering all the time, so it's an amazing moment for her.
Lovely stuff. Lovely moments for the coaching team as well. Bravo, Brazil. Silvana Cardoza, top of the world here at the Grand Prix in Manchester, and didn't she deserve it? Brilliant stuff. Gamza Gurdal, an excellent silver, but it's Cardoza with that gold. So the hits keep on coming in Manchester. The best of the women's finals there. Time for the men to bring the power and the speed in the men's under 80s. So the Blazer Brigade making their way in, and they've made a really good job of it so far. I don't like to give the referees too much compliments, but they've been excellent.
Yeah,
now and
they've
again.
been amazing. Yeah, they're trying really hard. They're doing a great job. It's hard for everyone, especially sometimes when the rules are changing. And this is the fast sport. You cannot see everything in action. Sometimes you make mistake. It's not on purpose. So we shouldn't be so hard on them.
Okay, I'll take it under advisement. But who can take to the top of the podium here? Nurlan Dombayev, the man from Kazakhstan. He looks battle weary, just strolls in to the centre of the ring here. Number one in the category. Will he be number one here? Well, if you're just joining us from wherever you are around the world, you may have stumbled across Taekwondo even by accident. As I beg Toshdemirov, there's no accidents when it comes to him. He has the quality. Taking that title at the Paris Grand Prix. And making a big noise with a bronze in Sofia as well. And this one's all set up. And also, Milica, we're moving up the weight categories now, so we'll hear a bit more of the power as well. Big kicks, the big power.
Oh yeah, I love that. You know, we both love heavyweights, and this is really strong category. We know Nurlan was unlucky in Tokyo, lost in the last seconds, but they fought in Paris. Asadbek beat Dombayev in the final, so this will be an interesting match.
Certainly will. It'll be an interesting match. And delighted to have you with us here, wherever you are in the world. Hope you've got your feet up and you're relaxing and enjoying it. Both men will have their feet up in a second. They've got sensor socks on their feet. They try and marry that up to the chest protector. In para taekwondo, no kicks to the head. If you're looking for the head kicks, that will come tomorrow in the Olympic categories. Speaking of which, good to have you on the Olympic channel and with us on the BBC as well. Also very good for the fighters to know that they're on that stage as well.
Yeah, that's really nice to hear. I remember a couple years ago we didn't have that, and I'm so happy that our sport is going forward all the time. So it's good to be everywhere, you know, Olympics, BBC, maybe Eurosport one day again. Why not?
Why not, Milica? That's your job. You get it done. As Toshdemirov gets his job done as well, lands a two-pointer on the board. Couple up. The referee giving him into trouble there. That's the penalty point, and that gets added to your opponent. So Dombayev back to a 1-point game. Nice little step out double there from Toshdemirov.
Double but inverted kick from a really small distance. We don't see this very often.
I've never seen that, I don't think. Although Mahama Cho, I think, used to do something similar. He'll be joining us later on with some interviews of the athletes. I don't know how good his Uzbek language is though, because Toshdemirov at the moment looks to be heading towards a useful lead here. Dombayev, to his credit, coming forward. Now from Tashkent to Tokyo via Tehran, wherever you are, you're watching Dombayev getting into a bit of trouble there. Toshdemirov, 8 points up. Twisting kick again attempted there. Well, from the passion of the Brazilian crowd previously, it's silence. So it's all gone a bit
silence.
dramatic.
But it's not a dramatic with result, but only the atmosphere in the gym.
8-point game, both men in the open stance. That's to have the opposite foot in front to draw your opponent forward, to want them to kick. Good step up double from Dombayev, trying to change things up. And of course in para you cannot punch, Well, you can't punch to score, I should say. You are allowed to punch to get into the distance. And then it's all about the feet, back leg turn and kick not far away. Halfway through the contest now.
We need to see something else from Nurlan. It's 11-1, and he has 2 minutes more just to change tactics, to do something else. We saw a lot of good actions from Torstemirov, inverted kick, double kicks. He tried something new, something else that we didn't see, but Nurlan needs to change something now because this is the final match and we want to see the excitement, I think.
I think you're absolutely right, and it's obvious that every time he goes to find the target, he's always on the move. Torstemirov is very hard to pin down.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Well, can the coaching corner come up with something special here in this final? Because the clock is ticking on the ambitions here of Nurlan Dombayev, the man from Kazakhstan. Well, he had a last-second loss to the Argentinian for a medal at the Tokyo Paralympics. Came so close. He'll guarantee a medal here, of course, in Manchester. But at the moment, it's looking very much like silver. Because Asad Torstemirov, can he make it back-to-back golds? He took the title in Paris. Look at that, bit of sporting spirit there.
Yeah, I like this. Fair play all the time.
Flair play to the boys in the middle. But who's going to be the flair player down the stretch? 10 of a difference. Incumbent upon Nurlan Dombayev to come forward, but as he does, Torstemirov closes the distance as he closes in on gold.
I think he started the push kick and the Asad was near the edge. You need to push one more time, at least for Kamchung. It's a good start. You change something and you just need to continue, not only do one techniques.
Well, the wise words of the double Olympic champion Milica Djuricic. Follow up, and that was the attempt there, something different from Dombayev. Can they get the combination kicks going? It doesn't look like it. Asad Torstemirov looking imperiously strong at the minute. There's almost a reluctant acceptance from Dombayev. He's not sure what to do. Understandable.
Of course, it's hard when it's only 1 minute to the end and you didn't score for now. It's hard to score like 10 more points just to be even.
Fight is the call of the rest, but the step through back kick, perfect.
Yeah, really perfect. I don't know how this didn't score, but it was nice to watch. A really good and really fast front kick to the body for 15-1.
Well, 15-1. The answer to the quiz show, of course. And Dombayev doesn't have the answers to these questions. Torstemirov down the stretch will be on the top of the podium. It's never been in doubt. Asad Torstemirov, the man from Uzbekistan, has taken the fight away from Nurlan Dombayev. Both men agreeing there. 5 seconds to go. And that's nice to see. They had good sporting spirit earlier and a deserved goal there. Clear.
Yeah, clear goal, 15-1 in the final. It's good result, dominant result. But maybe Nurlan was a little bit tired in this moment. It's hard, you know, to keep the same level through the day, and in the final it's normal, especially when you're ranked #1. Everyone has a big expectations from you, so this is okay. You're allowed to have a little slower day or slower final. So great experience for both of them.
Great experience, as you say, but also back-to-back goals from the smiling there, Asad Torstemirov, the man from Uzbekistan. Will take that title back to Tashkent. And as you said, never in doubt. Well done to him. Now, Melissa, we've had the benefit of your knowledge. Have you enjoyed it so far?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it because we saw everything in the first 7 matches. We saw big finals, dominant fighters, some new kicks, double inverted kick in the last fight. So this is really nice when you're getting to know something else. You're going out of your comfort zone. This is first time for me to commentate, and I really like it.
Well, you're certainly invited back. Of that, there is no doubt. As are you invited to the next one, and it is a big one. Denmark against Great Britain. Oh, the stern expression from the referee. Do we go? Do we wait? What do we do? Big occasion for everybody, as you said.
Coaches, fighters, judges. It's really nice when it's big event like this. You want to give your best and just show who you are.
From Denmark, Lisa Gessing.
Well, Lisa Gessing, talk about showing who you are. The #1 ranked. And what a career she's had, Melissa.
Yeah, she is amazing. First time when I'm looking her all day, and Paralympic champion Tokyo, but I have to say that I am truly amazed that she, in her second event ever, she won Paralympic silver. Her first event was qualification, so really, when you see that someone is so confident and so good that on the second event ever win a Paralympic medal, for me, that is crazy. That is amazing.
It surely is. The amazing Beth Munro, Great Britain's finest, Lisa Gessing, the Danish superstar, the Paralympic champion there with Bjarne Johansen. And Beth Munro alongside there Andrew Deere in the coaching corner. So both Bjarne Johansen and Andrew Deere, former fighters of some note in their time. But it's the time of the fighters. Lisa Gessing against Beth Munro. And a repeat, as you said, of that feat of the final in Tokyo. And on the path to Paris, better look out for both of these fighters. Well, it's befitting that Liverpool's finest is in red. Big Liverpool fan. Can she get the scores on the board? Beth Munro, the taller of the two. Lisa Gessing tries with the backline turning kick on the inside. Neither fighter wasting any time.
Yeah, but I think that with the home crowd, she's now, you know, waiting for that gold medal. She wants it so hard because when you're on home field, you always try harder, I think.
You most certainly do. Lisa Gessing, it's certainly not a guessing game for her because she knows the sport inside out. In the K44 category, also 44 years young, fit as a flea, the fighter in blue. Nice fake, trying to intimidate. And both doing a good job, but it's Munro with the first one.
Munro with the first one. I thought that Lisa will score with the back leg turning kick to body, but my mistake, 2-0 for Munro.
Strong there, the call from Andrew Deere, coach in the corner. Lisa Gessing up on her toes. The fighter in blue, back leg turning kick, well blocked there, and a space again for Munro.
Again, the same tactic that worked 4-0 for now. Lisa has good push kick, strong kick, but when they are in close distance, Beth is currently better.
A really good final here in Manchester. Lisa Gessing come forward, beautiful front leg, cuts it to 2. Try something a little bit different there. Is the Dane. And of course, you know better than most, Melitza, you've got to fight the opponent, not the clock. There's still plenty time.
Absolutely, you need to be focused for the whole fight until judge say, okay, it's finished. Everything can change in the last seconds. We saw that so many times, and sometimes it's hard to believe when you lose in the last seconds.
Hard to accept, but hard at work. Beth Monroe bags another point, halfway point in the contest.
Beth is looking really focused. She knows her tactics. I think she had everything sorted out before the fight with her coach, and she's just looking for her opportunity to score.
Make your move, the call from the coach in the corner, and move she does into a 6-point lead. Good attack from Guessing, response from Beth Monroe, and Björn Johansson responds by saying, okay, let's get back, let's call on the experience.
But we saw better in the game. She's waiting all the time for Lisa to finish her technique, and then when her leg is going down, then go with the back leg to score. And she did that for 4 times, and now it's 82, it's 6-point lead. Lisa has 2 minutes to score. It's not over, but for now, Beth is better in this fight.
She certainly is. A repeat of the Paralympic final in Tokyo, here in the home crowd for Manchester's favourite, Beth Monroe. Will Liverpool's finest become Britain's best and take a maiden Grand Prix gold title here? Or is it made to measure for Guessing? She knows how to come back, she's got the experience. Next couple of minutes will let us all know. All day the call there from Andrew Deere, the coach in the corner, to let that 3 attempts at the back leg pass by.
Lisa is trying, but that was not strong enough to score and to change the result at least a little bit.
Well, it really is youth against experience. Lisa Guessing, a pioneer of para taekwondo, starting the whole thing off. And starting to look like a real contender. Beth Monroe creeps towards the last minute now here at the Para Grand Prix final in Manchester. It's a guessing game. And it's Monroe with the answers. Can she bag a first ever gold medal?
Yeah, I think she can do that because we have 50 seconds more, and she did an amazing job in the first 4 minutes, but also she has a crowd on her side. Now 8-4. Lisa is getting closer, but we have 40 more seconds. Nothing's finished yet.
Certainly not. And Lisa Guessing, we know, has the spinning kicks. Can she get the extra points on the board? Has an excellent step through back kick. But stepping ever closer is Beth Monroe.
Yeah, good push kick. She's not giving her opportunity to spin.
And lovely control of the ring as well. Spins round Lisa Guessing. Well, she's left the Dane Guessing all the way through because Beth Monroe, brand new to the sport in Tokyo, took silver. Can she take her maiden championship title here at the Grand Prix in Manchester? You bet you can. Beth Monroe bags a gold here in Manchester to the delight and the acclaim of the passionate home fans. Lisa Guessing, the Paralympic champion, with silver. And it's Beth Monroe, the home favourite. Lovely salute there with Björn Johansson. But the crowd love it.
Amazing. The crowd loved it. And to win the first gold in front of your family, in front of your crowd, it's really nice.
Well, it certainly is a wonderful moment. Good catch of the flag there as well. Still got energy.
Really good catch. She's happy after the fight. When you win, you always have energy. So.
Well, a broad smile as she flies the flag high. We've been delighted to share that enjoyment. And of course, here at the Para Taekwondo in Manchester, this is how she got it done, turning the tables on the Tokyo champion.
Yeah, like you said, every time is new opportunity, but she had a really good tactics. She was focused. And Lisa couldn't do much in the first 4 minutes. She tried with spinning kicks on the end, but Monroe knew that. She was doing push kick all the time. She didn't give her opportunity just to score in the end.
She certainly did get the opportunity to score in the end. And it's wonderful for her. Such a great young ambassador for the sport. She enjoyed this for the commentary for the Europeans. Full of personality and getting the deserved result.
Absolutely deserved.
Well, of course, the deserved result, but we deserve to get to hear from her. She's worked extremely hard. And not only, this is a lovely moment for her here, Mahama Cho, a friend of yours, is going to be our mixed zone reporter for this when he gets a chance to talk to the next generation.
Oh yeah, I love his style, I love his charisma. He has really, you know, all the time smile on his face. I love to see him on TV.
Well, we're about to see him just now as we hand over to Mahama Cho, along with the champion, Beth Monroe.
Beth Monroe, World Grand Prix champion. How are you feeling after that performance?
Oh, ecstatic. So the last 2 Grand Prix I got bronze and silver. So I finally got the gold, I got 3 colours in one. But yeah, absolutely ecstatic and thankful for the support.
Fantastic. And how does it feel to be in home soil and being World Grand Prix champion?
Oh, massive. I don't know whether you can hear my family, so they're absolutely ecstatic and they just give me that third person on the mat. So the support's been great, and obviously National Lottery helping us fund it, big help, because I wouldn't be here today as an athlete. So yeah, absolutely ecstatic. Got the gold medal and hopefully next one will be gold as well.
And what is your hope for the rest of the season now?
Hopefully we might have another comp at the end of the year. So go there, take each opponent as they come and get to the final and get the gold again.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, a warm congratulations indeed. And it is Mahama Cho and Beth Monroe stealing the show. Wonderful moments for the host nation and well deserved there for Monroe, the champion. I think Cho did well as well.
He was really good.
Natural.
For the first time, yeah, he was so natural.
Delighted to have British double Olympian Mahama Cho there, branching into the media career. Alongside me, of course, the double Olympic champion, Milica Juricic. But we're into the penultimate final now. USA will go against Kazakhstan. And it will be Serge Sembona, our centre referee from France, striding down the steps. Wonderful moments for all the judges as well, and hats off to them. It's been impeccably organised. Oh, para Taekwondo, they are bringing it here.
Yeah, this is the first time that I see everything is so organised, looking really good. When you watch this, you want to be on the mat. You want to be in that center of this event. I really enjoy to watch this, and you can see the crowd is enjoying it. The fighters are enjoying it, and I think especially the judges, we can see their smiles.
We can indeed see their smiles. Well, Evan Medal, will he be smiling? What a perfect name for an athlete. You're named after the thing that you're trying to get.
I agree with you.
Well, you wouldn't want to medal with him. He's got the quality, the para-bronze medalist from Tokyo. He goes against the man from Kazakhstan. A big wave there from Nishan Omar Ali. Well, Omar Ali having a good talk to himself there. That self-talk, that motivation, might be a prayer, might be a thought, but he's certainly having a good old chat to himself there. What was your routine? Did you motivate yourself with music? Would you prefer silence? What was your process?
With silence, I didn't like to talk before the fight. I didn't like, you know, when you go inside, smile, wave. I don't like that. I'm just focusing, looking forward.
The tunnel vision of the top fighter in London and Tokyo, but who's going to be top of the tree here in Manchester? The penultimate para final. And as we can see, Evan Medal and Maishan Omar Ali by way of the USA and Kazakhstan respectively. Kazakh's fighter into that deep stance. Evan Medal, a swing and a miss there from the American. He looked very impressive when I watched him in Paris. That's the plus 80 kilograms. as I would traditionally call it in the heavyweight category, but that's what I think we're going to call it, so might as well. The heavyweight men, the biggest battlers, but a lovely jumping back kick there.
Good moment, good timing, but it didn't score. It didn't. I think it was right in the block.
So if you are new to the sport, those more difficult kicks, when you step up and spin, you'll get extra points. If you've got they've both got sensors on their socks, as you see there. Medal senses it nicely. That front leg, the leg closest to the fighter, if that connects with the protector with plenty of power, it will score, like so, as both men go for it. Is Omar Ali a couple of points down? Serge Sambon, the centre ref, imploring them to fight, and Omar Ali does just that. And I love the stance.
I love the stance. He's waiting for his opportunity just to punish every mistake from Medel. You can see he's looking at his legs, at his body movement. He just wants to or to go in clinch or to go back and score like we saw 10 seconds ago. And again, turning kick didn't score, but now we saw a little bit of power.
The power buoying up. Everything at stake here. We haven't seen the back leg yet from Omar Ali. He has that in his armoury. Again, going with the counter back kick, but very difficult to step back and then counter back kick. Straight off the spot might be better for the man from Kazakhstan, but Medel knows that. And he's certainly meddling with the tactics there of the man in red.
We can see Ameer Ali is not losing his energy to some kick that will swing and miss. He's just looking for his opportunity. But we saw Medel now punishes that with front leg to the body, so it's 42.
Yeah, and it's interesting, isn't it, as they call time here literally right halfway through. The heavyweights need their rest better, more than most, I'm sure. But also it's interesting, it's been, I haven't seen, now you can maybe connect me, but Omar Ali, I think it's only been that turning back kick, maybe before. I haven't seen anything different yet.
Yeah.
Maybe I've missed something, but...
No, he just scored one time when he went from counter to attack, but now Medel knows that he wants to do a turning kick, and he's really careful. After 4 times Ameer Ali tried, I think now is the time to change something.
Time for a change, but the calm and composed USA coaching corner. Evan Medel will not want to change anything. He needs that momentum to continue. Masham Omar Ali, the man from Kazakhstan, trying to put the pressure here on Evan. Well, a couple of calls from the crowd there. Come on, Evan. It's a long old walk from the USA to here, so good to have the team in your corner. There's the jumping push kick attempt from Omar Ali, changing things up here early. Front leg.
Great front leg. He changed immediately and he scored for 4-4, but he tried with some kind of the jump. He's using all techniques now, so 4-4. I think this is a great start.
And it's this time Evan Medel going with that turning kick, the back kick, the 3-pointer. Couldn't quite get it in there. So both men going through their range of moves. And you can really hear the power of those kicks.
I love to hear that, because you can see nothing is, you know, finished in the air, or it's block or it's point, but I think it hurts.
Well, hurting the pride at the moment of Omar Ali. A couple up on the board now.
Yeah, 6-4 for Medel, and we have 1 minute and 30 seconds just to change that.
We'll counter the audible call from the American coaching corner. Omar Ali just taking his time. He's a cool customer, the Kazakh in red. Shuffles forward with the front leg, not far away.
Good kick, good back turning kick to the body. We have break now because 1 minute more, and Ameer tried one more time just to do turning kick, but it was not good enough.
Yep, not far away. Certainly changed up the tactics, did Masham Ameer. Of course, a Paralympian in his own right. This is the bronze medalist from back in Tokyo. There's a certain Matt Bush from Great Britain just in the crowd watching along. He could be a contender as well as he comes back from injury. Well, who's that calling? Is it Tokyo? Is it Paris?
But I think this is the first time that we see that we have 2 breaks in 5 minutes. So this is, I think, usual for heavyweights.
Absolutely. Plus 80 kilos, I'm going to say, I don't know, Ameer Ali's 85, 87, something like that. Big, strong guy. Evan Medal wouldn't be far off that himself. So a lot of power, as you know, from the heavyweight division. So they bring in the power. And it's not a surprise at all, but the physical conditioning of all the fighters, perfect. But who'll be perfect down the stretch? A couple of points of difference.
Good call for Ameer Ali, trying with the front leg, but for now didn't score. 6-6. He's trying one more time. I think when he saw that he scored with that, he'll try a couple more times.
If at first you don't succeed, get your foot on the protector. And Ameer Ali back in contention. But the psychological strength of Evan Medal as he goes into the last 20 seconds now. Good fake from the American. Back leg turning kick, a big battler in blue, almost blasting one home. The clock ticking, it's the shot from Evan Medal. Has he got enough to take the title? Wonderful bit of footwork. Shuts down the clock, shuts down the ambitions of Masham Ameer Ali.
Ameer Ali did not expect this. I think he wanted a golden round. He waited for the last couple seconds, but Medal did his action, he scored, and on the end it's 96. And great win for Medal.
And great fight as well, the heavyweight guys bringing the quality there.
Absolutely, the kicks were strong, really strong. It's not only just the kick strong, but when you feel that kick in the fight, you need to rest after a couple minutes.
No question, the intensity, the quality, and indeed the result. Evan Medal, he's lived up to his name, he's lived up to his pedigree coming into this one, and this is how. It was the counter back kicks from the man in red that was the tail of the opening period. And it was really close all the way.
Yeah, all the way. It was close fight. We didn't know who will win because fights like this are, you know, when it's so close, you never know who will make the points in the last seconds, like we saw now.
And as you say, this was the kick that made the difference. Down the stretch, the back leg turning kick, the intensity, the perseverance, bit of footwork to close it down nicely. Oh, wonderful stuff in the men's heavyweights, and a wonderful moment there for Team USA to claim that title. And of course, well, we saw a little interview earlier on between Muhammad Cho and himself, a heavyweight champion, so you know exactly what Evan Medal is feeling like. And he will be with our champion and ready to give us the latest.
And how are you feeling after that performance? World Grand Prix champion, how are you feeling, sir?
Pretty good. It's good to get the sweep. It's good to get the win. Good to get the points, you know? Yeah.
And is there anything that you done anything different this time around compared to your last competition?
I didn't do anything different for this competition, but I fought everyone a little different, I think. I just like slowed the pace down the last fight, kind of sped it up the fight before. So just in my bag right now, you know, just doing what I want to do. Feels good.
Fantastic. And what's your hope for the rest of the season now?
So I'll finish out the final, win that one, take a little time off and get ready for next year. You know, do it all again. You know, be #1 for Tokyo again.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
My nation. What'd you say?
I said congratulations.
Thank you, appreciate it.
You could just about hear him over the DJ here bringing the beats, but bringing the big beat down there was Evan Medal. And I don't know if you could hear that there, Melissa. He said, what's your hopes for the rest of the season? I'm going to win the final, I'm going to do it all again, and I'll be #1.
I love that confidence. I could never say something like this. It was all in my head, but I love to see when the people are confident, you believe in everything you work, and you show to us now win gold medal, and absolutely go for it, just to be the #1 rank for Paris 2024.
We're looking for the #1 rankings as we move towards the last final. Have we saved the best for last? Well, we've seen the men's heavyweight finals. We're up into the women's over 65 kilograms as well. Uzbekistan against Great Britain. Will it be more home success to mirror the efforts of Beth Monroe? Or Guljanoi, Naimova show her quality? And Naimova, of course, coming into this, Milica, she has all of the skills to pay the bills.
I watched her today. Her blocks are amazing. It's such a she gives the other girls such a hard time with her blocks and steps, and it's hard to score.
Well, it is certainly hard to score on Naimova, but it's not hard to hear who the passionate home fans are cheering for. Amy Truesdale even getting the camera operator on the back foot there. Wasting note, Andrew Deere just chasing her into the arena there.
She rushed to the mat. I think she's really excited because home crowd is here. This is, you know, her journey to be in the final in the home field. That gives you the extra boost, something that you need in the final match.
Yep, she will need that boost in the final match as Yang Jian Lee brings them to the centre. And of course, the Uzbek, the champion in Tokyo.
And current world champion. But Amy Truesdale is really experienced fighter. She is former world champion. So we will see now.
And we'll get to see the aggression there, the start there from Truesdale. True to her name, trying to find that true score on the board. Naimova, nice push kick of her own, nice adaptation. Neither fighter wasting any time. Well, they know each other well from that Paralympic Games. When they did fight, the Uzbek in blue, Gulyanova, Mainova, won 60 points to 14 against Truesdale. And Truesdale trying to come forward to avenge that. And Milica, you will know what it's like if you've had a difficult defeat. You spend a lot of time thinking about it.
A lot of time thinking about it.
Too much time.
Yeah, too much time. Sometimes it's hard to think about it, but you're a professional athlete. You know that you need to do that because you will meet again, and you want to change that score. You need to do something different. So it's a lot of you know, thinking, doing something else, just wanting to be better every time.
Well, you said they will meet again. They meet here in the middle. And the meaty shot there from Truesdale lands the turning kick. And it's been a change in tactics from the British fighter. Very, very active and aggressive. And I think we're going to, let's have a little listen. Well, we couldn't quite hear there. So, looking for a video replay. Now, I'm guessing. Only guessing. We're going to see it here. You get
maybe for Kam Jung, for
yeah,
going
maybe
out,
kicking low or stepping out. So there's your centre, or there's your video referee in the top left saying X marks the spot.
They are fast.
Very fast. Almost as fast as the kick on the board from Truesdale. So the card gone for the Uzbekistan team. Naimova trying to come forward. And Amy Truesdale walks into a good counter.
Yeah, good counter, good back leg turning kick. Naimova is strong. You can see her push kicks are strong, her back kick is really strong. This will be an intense match.
It most certainly will. Guljanoi, Naimova has that quality. Andrew Deere saying get your movement back, get that change of timing and distance. Simplicity, the call from the British corner. Uzbekistan looking for more of the same. Naimova, a really good mover, good controller of the distance.
Yeah, good control, but I think Andrew is right. You need to keep your movement because if you go back and forward and she wants to attack and she misses, she'll be tired for 1 minute. So they have good tactics, so it's 2-2, but Amy show a really good style of fight now.
The style and the intensity of Amy Truesdale aiming for the protector, but it's Naimova picks one off underneath. From 2 down to 2 up, 4 all. Well, halfway through is the call from the coach. More than one please was the call from the coach in the British corner, but more than game for the fight. Guljanoi Naimova coming forward, walks into a back kick, and they are getting closer for the British fighter.
Naimova is really good in the small distance. We can see she tried a couple times, scored 2 times, and now we have the break. I think they both need a break because they were aggressive. They tried many times, 4-4. We have 2 minutes left.
And also, what's it like if you're the last fighter of the day? They've had 9 finals in front of you. You have to wait.
It's hard. Yeah, you have to wait. I always had to wait because, you know, heavyweights are the last day, last fight, and it's hard when it depends, because if you're temper, you want to go as soon as possible. You go and fight, and just it's hard to be the last, and the last day you just need to be patient, and if you think about it too much, your strength can go away. So this is, you know, mental fight.
Certainly a mental fight, the mental strength of Amy Truesdale. She's turning it on here. Guljanoi Naimova, will she have joy here? Just over a couple of minutes. Milica Juricic telling us there the importance of keeping that intensity, that focus. Who will be the last action hero? And Naimova just resolute, strong off that front leg. No messing with the Uzbeki in blue.
Good back leg from Amy, but didn't score, and then counter from Naimova, and just 46 in this moment. 8-4, back leg again.
Yeah, how quickly the tables turn. Guljanoi has some joy. Amy, can she find her aim? A step through back kick, no shortage of confidence from the British fighter.
I think now there's no time for spinning kicks. You have 1 minute and 30 seconds. You need to do your tactics again like in the first 3 minutes. She has time to make it even, but she needs to be focused in these moments.
She certainly does need to be focused, as we focus both on the scores and on the clock. A minute and some change. Wonderful from Naimova. Sees the kick, spins round the corner. The big spin kick there, not far away from the British fighter in red.
Now as we're getting closer to the end, it's time for this result to do spinning kicks. Is this a break or no? Yeah, timeout. We have one more.
So as you say, both coaches have the right to call that break, and I think it's coming at a good time now for Truesdale. Naimova has put in a lot here. We can focus on Truesdale and her comeback, but let's focus here on Naimova. This is a hard fight for her. She's been pushed to the very limit here.
Yeah, I think it's also when you feel the pressure of the home crowd, it's different. And I don't know what was in her head. She won Olympic final with big difference. Maybe you're just thinking it will be easy, but this is not easy. Amy is amazing in this fight. Currently it's 8-4. I think Naimova used her first break really good, make 4 points after that, but we have 50 seconds more, nothing is finished.
It most certainly is not. Guljanoi Naimova, Paralympic and world champion. Amy Truesdale, world champion in her own right. They fought in the semi-finals at that Paralympic Games. Can Amy Truesdale turn the tables one more time? She started so strongly. What has the 1 minute rest done for both? The British fighter, the taller of the two, straight out with that stabbing kick to the body.
Naimova is strong, we can see with her kicks, with her block. And again with the back leg, 10-4. Wow, 10-6. Amy is not giving up.
Well, Naimova celebrated that shot, looked at the scoreboard, and Truesdale came firing in, but excellent. Guljanoi Naimova down the stretch, just when it was looking precarious.
Yeah. no time for mistakes in the last 20 seconds, and Naimova used that. She push kick, made the point, and 12-6.
Well, 12-6, the scores on the board. Amy Truesdale has put on a tremendous show here. Guljanoi Naimova from Uzbekistan, absolute perfection. A repeat of the scoreline in Tokyo. Guljanoi Naimova with an excellent gold medal. Credit, of course, Amy Truesdale, a really strong performance. Excellent silver medal. And Guljanoi Naimova, as we said, pushed to the very limit there.
Great fight, I think. Amy was really good, but Naimova, it reminds me a little bit of Gladys. You know, she's using one technique, you know, back leg turning kick to the body, attack and counter, and as we can see, you can win with that.
Well, high praise indeed for the Paralympic champion. That comparison there to Gladys Hepong, of course, French legend fighter. But it was a legendary performance from the battler in blue and Uzbekistan's finest. Turning the tables and silencing the home crowd there. But what a bit of entertainment we've had.
Yeah.
10 great finals.
10 really good finals. I enjoy every of it. You can see especially the last one, really exciting, but when we were near the end, the result changed, so 12-6 in the end, but I love these fighters. They're giving it all in every fight.
Well, they certainly gave it their all to the very end and finishing with a flourish. Guljanoi expressing her deserved joy. And it's move over for Naimova. She'll be on the podium and we'll get to enjoy her success. She's did so well there, as did you. If you've been for the first time to Para Taekwondo, please join us for the Olympic Taekwondo tomorrow. Hopefully it will be just as good as what we've enjoyed here today. And of course the athletes will get to enjoy their just rewards. We will understand if you have to head off into